I'm just going to state right from the beginning, guys, that I'm not a lawyer, I'm not an estate agent, and I've got no sort of legal background. I'm just an ordinary guy. I've been living in Spain now nearly 8 years. I've picked up a few things since I've been here. They're just pointers, really. And as always, when you're dealing with money, guys, always make sure you use somebody that's properly legal, because making these, moving to Spain or buying property could cost you a lot of money if you rush into things. So I thought I'd put a couple of things that I think were pretty important. And one of the first things, even before you go to buy the property, is checking out the property sites here in Spain. Now, be it if you're using Rightmove or the Spanish sites, you will find some of those property prices are not correct. I've actually seen a couple of sites that I've been looking at, especially when I've been doing the golf resorts, and the prices don't match up. I've actually gone to a developer and I said, oh, you're still doing those properties for 110,000? And they were saying, sorry, that was over a year ago. Since then, the price of property and the land's gone up. They've nearly doubled. So be very wary of that, guys. Even though you see a good price property, that's what you want. When you get here, actually, it's not that price anymore, which can be, maybe that's your budget gone. So don't take everything that you see on these property sites for real. I don't know what the legal requirements here in Spain are for misleading people, but I've seen some of these prices way out, unfortunately. And another thing is, if you're buying a new development, make sure the development's actually there, not looking at a website. I mean, I did a video a couple months ago about development places here in Spain still ripping people off. I've actually been to a place down in the Gillis. I'm even thinking about going down to Almeria. There's a big one in Almeria. They've taken the land, they've put a fence around it, put a board up. They've got a fantastic website with all the pictures, actually showing you on the map where it is. But they never built nothing. But they're quite happy to take off 15 grand off you. And getting that money back ain't easy. And unfortunately, Spain, to me, still doesn't seem to have proper things in place to stop people getting conned, unfortunately. But anyway, so don't take property sites for guarantee. The other part of all this is trying to contact them. Now, I'm not too sure about phone calls, but I know if you send off emails, pretty pants on that. And I've met a few agents who've admitted, yeah, sorry, we just ain't got the time. Now, maybe they are inundated with emails and they just ignore them. Some of the agents go, oh, no, we always answer our emails. Really? But they don't. Anyway, the next main thing, I think, personally, is, guys, you've got to come to Spain. It's no good seeing what's on the property site and watching the videos or, on the telly, whatever. Wow, this is the place I want to move. You've got to come here, guys, and check it out yourselves. And I'm all about coming here probably in the winter time and obviously coming here in the summertime. Now, if you watch my videos, I always bang on about the winter because I'm acclimatised to all this weather now. Now, for the holiday maker who comes over, and I've seen him on the beach, on the trunks, sunbathing. Now, me, I still have my jumper on. I've still got my trousers and socks on. It's cold for me. Okay, the temperatures today are probably just knocking on 20. To some people, that's boiling, but to me, it's cold. Now, I've met another couple of people that moved to, say, up in the mountains. It's lovely in the summer, but in the winter, it can be snow. You could be frozen. Your heating bill's going to be huge. So, just bear that in mind. So come to Spain, guys. Choose the area that you feel, I want to live here. And I've done that. I've come to an area, I didn't even think, I'll come down the east coast of Spain. I found a place. I didn't buy down there, but I said, this is the area I want to live in. So once you've found the area you want to live in, the next hardest thing is choosing an agent. Now, a lot of Spanish agents will say, just stick with one. And I say, no, don't do that. They won't like me for saying that, but yeah, don't, guys. I mean, admittedly, once you've gone out with a few agents, and I think personally myself, it's a good idea to go out with a few agents, because you can't tell me the first agent you go out with, you're going to feel like him. You might hate him. You might be unknowledgeable. You couldn't give a damn. He might stand in the background and say nothing, and you don't like it. So you just move on to another one. So choose your agent wisely. Once you've done that, we come on to the next one. Once you've chosen your agent, make sure he's local. Don't pick an agent that's 50 miles away. He ain't going to know where's the medical centre, where do you go for the hospital, where do you catch a bus, what sort of internet is in this area. He ain't going to know all that information. So you pick somebody local. So the next one after that is, once you've got somebody local, and have a list. Guys, have a list of all the questions you want to, no matter how stupid it is. I don't know. What could we say? Oh yeah, where's the local dentist? Something like that. Especially, and if you've got kids, things like that. Now, obviously, another thing is, obviously, a lot of people that watch my videos are outside the EU. I'm talking about the UK, Canada, America, and also to stay in that, I do get a lot of people now from Northern Europe, the Netherlands, loads of people from the Netherlands. Anyway, guys, what you got to remember, the ones in the EU, it's pretty simple procedure, and this is what I'd done before the Brexit. But for those who are outside the EU, it's a lot. I'm not going to go into how much money you need, but guys, one of the major things is, if you are buying property, stick to your budget. And when I was talking about the budget, I'm not just talking about the price of the property. I would say, if you're looking at a property, put another extra 20,000 on top of that to pay for all the other fees you got on top of that. So, because if you don't, you can't borrow any money, especially if you're going for a non-lucrative, even obviously a golden visa, the 500,000 one. But if you're going for a non-lucrative visa, you can't borrow any money. So one of the things you've got to make sure is don't go over your budget. The agent will show you property right on your budget, so just got to be a bit wary of that. Okay, so the 20,000 is probably a bit over the top, but each region has a different percentage, so just bear that in mind when you're buying a property, but don't rush it. Take your time. And thankfully, I know quite a few people are looking at buying a property in Spain the next 3 or 4 years, which is good, because obviously they're still working. So try and come over in the winter times and in the summer to get a feel for it, really, because in the summer it can be hot. A lot of people don't like the hot. And obviously in the winter, because it can get cold, and depending on where you go in Spain, it can get really cold. I'm talking about that snow stuff. Anyway, hopefully you find that useful. Yeah, I'll catch you on another video very soon.